All right, let's continue. We are going to clone the repo. All right, so let's go to let's go to the repo from the course, and I am going to go to. Let me think. What's the best spot to? So I'm gonna go to the other. So I got the repo. I'm gonna go to this screen, and I'm gonna think. What is my? Mm, this is probably gonna. I'll put it in PyCharm. CD PyCharm projects, and I'm gonna go with Git. And this is why I always say it's so important for you guys to learn the different parts of software engineering, because you'll take a software engineering boot camp, software development boot camp, web development boot camp. You'll take a QA boot camp. You'll take a DevOps and stuff like that. But you don't know how to maneuver through Git and GitHub. And one of the very first things you're gonna do in a new role is like cloning a repo onto your local computer. So I'll always emphasize you need to learn Git. You need to learn Git. You need to learn Git. All right. So we're gonna do Git clone, and we're gonna put the URL of the repository. It's going to clone that repo for me, and I'm gonna go CD LLM engineering. And a lot of people they just want to like, oh, I just use the GitHub desktop or whatever that thing is called, and I'm like, it's not enough. It is not enough.
Do not come.
If you think that you're going to make it through your career just using UI tools and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen. You need to learn the command line and how to navigate through, like, merging, pushing, pulling, open up pull requests, all of that type of stuff. And to think you're just gonna use the little tools in your editor and stuff like that, it's not gonna happen. All right. So I implore you to get a Git class, right? Because whatever you're doing in tech, unless you start off like me doing call center support, technical support, then you won't be using Git. But if you plan to grow in your career, you're gonna need Git. All right. So take that for what it's worth. Next up on our list of things to do, we are going to install Anaconda. All right. So first of all, what is Anaconda, right? What is Anaconda? So it is a snake. It is a very large snake, which was turned into a movie, but that's not the Anaconda we're talking about. We're going for Anaconda. And the operating system for AI, that is not exactly what we're looking for, but I think we're looking for this anaconda.org. Let me see. Oh, is it this one? Let me see. Let me see what this one says. And yeah, it's not this one. Let me see, is it this one? It kind of is this one. Um, let me see. Yeah, it is this one. It is this one. Let me check the other site though. Here, we'll use the anaconda.org. Mitch says in the chat, I use Tableau, Power BI, data visualization tools. A lot of people think you have to code, use all that extra stuff. Every job is different. What they don't tell you is that there's a data scientist that just uses Excel. But most jobs are saying Jupyter, Python, etc., Anaconda. When you get the job, you're not even using that. Some jobs, not at all. You know why? You know why, Mitch? Because they're probably trying to separate the wheat from the chaff, right? And they might have plans to do other stuff. I don't know, Mitch, but they probably want people who have more skills than less skills. But we shall see. All right. Anyways, let's go to let's continue. So let's go to download Anaconda. Let me drop it in the chat. And let me see. Provide email to download this. What? Really? That's annoying, but we will do it. Let's go tech coach Ralph at gmail.com. Submit. Actually, I could have just skip registration, but whatever. Let me see. Can I do it again? Yes. All right, there we go. You see how small they had that link for skip registration? All right, let's download for Mac. We are doing for Apple Silicon. All right, almost done. 9 seconds ago, and then we're going to switch to the other screen so that we can get that installed. So let's go over here. This package will run a program to determine if the software can be installed, or let's go with that. And we're going to go through our installation process. Agree. Install. 4.5 gigs of space on your computer. Good Lord, that's a lot of space. In the words of my dear friend Alexis. Should be back soon. All right, we're installing. Mitch also says that somebody clip farm me. Most people use SQL and Excel. Mitch is out here trying to break hearts. Almost done. Look at that. While everybody was out till 4 in the morning partying, we were up at 8 a.m. working, putting in that work. Because we want to be multi-talented, multifaceted, so that at the drop of a dime we can pivot as necessary. Nothing is holding us back. Nothing is holding us back. So I'm telling you, I was in bed last night by like 11:15. I was out of there. Hey Mitch, yesterday I left my porch to go sit on the neighbor's patio for a couple of hours. After the show yesterday, I was helping my cousin set up her hosting for her website. She has a what is it called? What is her website? She's a therapist, right? But she does expressive arts therapy. So helping her set up her website, and then so we were on the phone for about an hour after right after the show yesterday, and then went to the sauna for a little bit, and then got dressed up I dressed up, put on another black tee and some not jeans, but some what do you call those, joggers, and went right next door to hang out with the neighbors for a couple of hours, and then I was back here knocked out. All right, so this is done. Everything you love about Anaconda now available from the cloud with Anaconda fully loaded. We're not gonna do the cloud yet. Where's my mouse? All right, we're not gonna do the cloud yet. We are gonna go to continue. And all right, so it's installed. Close. Move it to trash. All right. So now that that is done, let's go back into let's go back into our browser, into the other window. The next thing we have to do, so we installed Anaconda. Jupyter Notebooks is already installed. We're going to need to set up a .env file. And then we're gonna have to create our OpenAI key. So we'll probably have to push this part over to, well, we might be able to start on it, right? But we're gonna need to set up a .env file. So what is a .env file? A .env file is a file that is read by the system, where you store your environment variables. So like we're going to be storing our OpenAI key. You've seen me when we're working on our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data, open up the .env file to get like, different passwords or database URLs. The computer uses that as a file to know that you're storing different environment variables in here for whatever folder that you're in, right? See if there's another explanation for it. What is a .env file? Let me see. It says a .env file is a plain text file used to store environment variables for an application, typically containing key value pairs like API keys, database credentials, or other sensitive information that should not be directly embedded in the code, allowing developers to manage different configurations across environments without exposing sensitive data in their source control system. Right. So, like I said, right. So, let me see. We're going to, all right, so next thing we're going to do, we're into the folder, right? And we're going to do Vim. You guys remember the whole story with Vim and we're in the folder. Do this real quick. So we're right now we're in the PyCharm projects folder, right? I use PyCharm. Some people like to use VS Code because they don't know any better, but I use PyCharm. I use the JetBrains. I need my sponsorship from JetBrains, but I use the whole JetBrains suite. The WebStorm, IntelliJ, PyCharm, and as I need more, I'm going to get more, right? But CD. Now we're going to go into our engineering course. I did tab to autocomplete for me. That is a feature of the terminal. And now we're going to do Vim, the story with the wife who couldn't care less about her husband's Vim story. But my wife would not care either. Mitch's mom probably wouldn't care about him using Vim. Mitch, would your mom care about you using Vim? Like if you were to tell her all excited, would she be like, "Oh, cool, I guess"? People don't care about Vim. It is what it is. I care about Vim. I would like to hear your Vim story, but other people don't, right? So we're going to do Vim, and then we're going to do .env to create the environment variable. And then we're going to say and it's going to be open API, open AI key? Something like that. Let me see. Let's make sure. I never remember the exact thing for the key. But we can always change it. So for now, I'm just gonna say open API key equals, and then ABC123, right? That's just to create the file. Now, I learned this in 2005. When you're in the terminal and you're using like Vim and stuff like that, you need to get out of it. You do escape to go out of insert mode. You're gonna do colon and Q to quit. Nope, I need to do WQ. So colon WQ to write and then quit. And now we have our Vim file there, right? So I agree, Mitch. My wife doesn't know what that is, and that person's wife probably didn't know what that was either. She's like, "All right, cool, Vim, cool, good for you, right?" All right, next up, we're going to go over back to here. We're going to create our OpenAI key. We're going to do openai.com. We're going to go to, we did this the other day, remember, when we were working on the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. So let's go to, where is it? Products, API login. We are already logged in, or no, we're not logged in. Let me go and log in. Log in with Google. And keep in mind, you're going to want to invest a little bit in yourself, and for this course. And by invest a little bit in yourself, I mean like $5, so that you can get OpenAI credits in order to be able to interact with the OpenAI stuff. You could potentially use the Olama, but you're going to make it a lot more complicated for you, and you're going to stunt your learning by trying to be cheap and not invest $5 within yourself, right? So next up, we're going to say to go to the dashboard, and I want API keys. So there goes our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data key. We're going to create a new key, and we're going to call this key LLM Engineering course. Or no, I will create a new project first. Create project, LLM Engineering. Great. Just to have it more organized, right? Now we're going to create a new key and course. And I will create the key, and I'm going to copy it. You can you're not going to be able to get this key because it's so long that it's not even showing the same thing. Although it probably will show it once I put it into the environment. But I don't care. I'll change it anyways I'll change it anyways. But just so you can see what we're doing here, right? So I copied my key, and we need to make sure what the name of it is supposed to be. So it is Open API key, right? So we're gonna go to over here. And as soon as I end the stream, I'm going to delete that key and create a new key because I don't trust y'all. All right, so we're gonna do back to vim.env. Now that it's like it created the first time, now it's just gonna be editing it the second time. We're gonna go here. I'd edit that, and we're just gonna paste it in there. Right there goes the key. We're gonna go like that and escape to I is to get into insert mode. Escape is to get out of insert mode, and then :W to write, Q to finish it, right? So now we have, so if I open it again, we'll see that we have our key in there, okay? Now, because we don't have to write it, we can just Q to quit because we didn't make any changes. And now our Open API key is set, all right? So if we go over to here. So we got our setup env file done. We got our create Open API key. So the next step is going to be actually getting into using Anaconda. We're going to activate our Anaconda environment. All right. So let's continue. So I mean, we have like 3 minutes left, so we can at least get to that part, opening up Jupyter Notebook. So then when we come back on Monday, then we can actually play around with Jupyter and stuff like that. All right, so let's go over
We slanging massive code.
here.
We slanging massive code. We slanging massive code. We slanging massive code. Learned the code while the city slept tight. Now I'm slinging lines that spark like late night. From Python webs to TypeScript skies. React in my veins and APIs that rise. Keyboard clacking, I'm stacking goals. Syntax flows like stories untold. Drinking caffeine, I'm breathing in cold from morning dawn till the night unfolds.
My code goes long, my code goes deep. Caught in the stream where the data don't sleep. Need my digits, better call my line. Slinging massive code like a story time.
In the hustle jungle where the bytes meet still. Digital canvas where I paint and fill. JavaScript whispers in the code I weave. Tech dreams blossom in the lines I conceive. Lines so slick they can't be caught. Variables twist in every plot. Python powers every thought. JavaScript legit, hitting the right spot. My code goes long,
My code goes deep. Caught in the stream where the data don't sleep.
need my digits.
Better call my line. Slinging massive code like a story time.
Stacks on stacks build my empire tall. Debugging dreams where the errors fall. Lines of brilliance break the darkest night. Script so dope you can see me in the light. TypeScript magic on my fingertips. Reacts a canvas where logic flips. API dances syncing clips. My code's a song where data drips.
My code goes long, my code goes deep. Caught in the stream where the data don't sleep. Need my digits, better call my line. Slinging massive code like a story time.
We're slinging massive code. We're slinging massive code.